I've been terrible. So you see that little eye right there?
Here at New England Reptile, I take the greatest pride in
filming me. Shut up! No, I take the greatest pride in cultivating flies. It's driving me crazy. So we're gonna show you baby water monitors. These are largely Celebensis. So I have my Hypocelebensis stuff, and here's some of the babies. So these are smaller growing, and they're really pretty.
Oh, they're so cute. How old are these guys?
Born basically today. So these are not gonna get nearly as big as other, you know, it's like Sumatran. So guys, Andy puts the camera like 2 inches from my face. So it's a little much. Look how wonderful you are. So this is gonna be a really pretty water monitor with all the yellows. And you see all the little spots on it? I'm gonna get you. When they bite, they hold on. But you know what? So we're just establishing little threads right here.
Trust, right?
Threads of trust. That's a big deal. So while you're with me over in India, I'm going to start writing my book on reptile whispering, I guess.
Do you know what it's going to be called?
Social Grace, probably the art of reptile whispering, establishing trust. Something like that.
That's a pretty solid title. I like it.
Social Grace. So it's, I mean, let's face it, guys. We keep these animals because we admire what they look like and how we perceive them and how unique they are. But the real reality is we want to have those relationships. And to have those relationships, you start out, you know, with your blank slate in this case. So this is a baby water monitor that was just born. It really has no idea what reality is. And quite quickly, I can teach this little guy that people are actually a great thing and they're part of their world. And this animal will grow up its entire life in captivity where it's totally trusting, and then it really starts having the relationship with its owner. And you actually start seeing the animal as it is, not as it is terrified, not as it is scared or whatever. So captive ones are always like your best start whenever possible. And obviously I'm a breeder of reptiles. I'm always trying to propagate these animals in captivity. So I have water monitors that are probably 6-7 generations now removed from the wild. So it's pretty crazy.
This guy really wants to get out.
He does.
Is this guy still in there?
Yeah. It's a little baby. Oh, hello. Let me get something a little bit better.
Come a little closer to the window.
Generally, you want to be really careful with baby water monitors because what they do is they'll stay in the egg absorbing its yolk. So you see that little eye right there?
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going to stay in there and he's going to absorb the yolk. If I start monkeying with too many eggs... Hi!
Look at his little head.
Hi, baby.
First time this dude is ever seeing the world.
Uh-huh.
And how long was this guy in the egg?
About 6.5 months.
6.5 months. Is that specific to this species, or is that...
Yeah, well, monitor lizards are generally long incubation. So look at this little guy. So right off the bat, we can already start building the trust. Yeah, he's just learned to totally tolerate. We'll do the other one now. So I have this clutch. It's actually more eggs, but they're in a different incubator, and that incubator runs a little bit cooler. I used to have a whole equation. So if I incubate monitor eggs at 86 degrees, I take roughly, we'll call it 6 months. If I incubate it at like 87, I can shave time off, but you can also have mortality. So higher temperatures don't necessarily mean better incubation. And certainly with a lot of colubrids, if we incubate too warm, we often lose eggs. They're just not tolerant. So I think these guys really do best at 84, 86. Look how pretty that one's back is.
Super yellow.
Yeah, these are going to be incredible. Very
There's
small.
his little head.
I know.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I have to let you figure it out. Huh?
It's crazy. He comes up. Oh, he's a little spicy guy.
So generally, that yolk is okay still. Because he'll just swim around. He's going to absorb the yolk.
My card filled up on my camera, so I switched to the iPhone. Sorry, y'all. Well, for this guy, I mean, we saw all the babies. Now you want to show me the parents real quick?
I can probably show you one. Hold on. So he's like 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
So that's the dad.
So will all those babies get this high of yellow, too?
Well, no. So he's a sulfur and a hypocelebensis. So he's a pure celebensis.
Okay.
So we got him as a little guy out of the wild. Oh, baby. So he had one hell of a story. He almost lost his foot. A female tore his foot off, and it was hanging. It was terrible, and I was able to kind of put it back together enough to actually fix him.
Where you going, buddy?
He's going wherever the hell he wants to go, he says. Look how pretty he is.
Dude, he is absolutely gorgeous.
Here.
The colors
Right
are
there.
crazy. It almost
Yeah.
looks calico. Oh, wow, he's so cute. So that's the dad. So will some of these guys be high yellow like that, or all of them will kind of remain
Hold on.
a little bit?
He's like, oh, pretty guy. Hi, baby. So I can tell you what the problem right here is. He feels cornered, and we're real tall. You know, it's really funny how we will like get like a little anxiety, you know, a little dog or something like that to make us feel better. Well, believe it or not, once we have the relationship with these guys, they're actually getting confidence from us. They're like, I'm right now it's just like, rest assured you're okay in doing this, and this is like supportive, whatever. So it's good for me, but it's also actually good for him. See how he just totally calms down?
All right, cool.
Cool.
I think that was a video.
Okay.
What are you going to say to the people to say bye?
All right, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us, even though I've been terrible. Hopefully my next trip to India, when I come back, I can start settling myself. You know, we're still going through a lot of changes here at Nerd, doing the downsizing on some stuff, but problem is I love animals so much, and I love these guys so much. I have such a hard time deciding what projects to keep and what projects I have to let go. We're in a room right now that used to be confined to just, you know, reticulated pythons, and now we have various things in here. And less retics. Obviously, I love retics, so I'm not going to get rid of all my retics. I just have to cut down my numbers.
Perfect. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate it.